Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation, we are delighted to welcome each and every one of you to this special day. In a few moments, we will begin our 2025 graduation ceremony. Before we start, we have a few gentle reminders to ensure a smooth experience. Kindly make sure that mobile phones are turned off or in silent mode. Your wristbands are visible at all times. Remain in the hall until the ceremony concludes. No food or beverages are brought into the hall. Thank you very much for your cooperation and for helping us keep this ceremony running smoothly. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates' procession will be making their way into the hall. But before this is a kind reminder that you do not obstruct the view of others and our video cameras while taking photos. Please put your hands together for the 2025 graduating class of the Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation. Graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your lives. As you receive your scrolls, you join a global community, the APU Alumni. As APU alumni, you have access to world of opportunities from global events, networking with fellow graduates, exclusive privileges with our merchant partners, and much more. You can also stay connected with APU by attending our mega career fairs or simply staying in touch with your friends and mentors. To officially join our alumni community, please scan the QR code on the screen and register. We are thrilled to welcome you to this extended family of APU graduates. And now, graduates, just a few final reminders. Please ensure that you are seated in your assigned seats. Any bags, flowers, or personal items should remain with your guests. Mobile phones are off or on silent. If you are wearing a protective mask, we encourage you to remove it briefly while receiving your scroll so that the photographer can capture your smile. Thank you for your attention. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 graduation ceremony of the Asia Pacific University of Technology and Innovation is about to begin. The academic procession will now enter the hall. Please rise and join us in welcoming the procession. Kindly remain standing as the national anthem will be played soon after. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Good morning, salam sejahtera, and a very warm welcome to Datuk Paramjit Singh, Chief Executive Officer of APIT Education Group, Professor Dr. Ho Chin Kwan, Vice Chancellor, Asia Pacific University, APU, Professor Katie Normington, Vice Chancellor, De Montfort University, UK, faculty members and staff, parents and guardians. Thank you all for gracing this most awaited APU 2025 graduation ceremony. First and foremost, we would like to invite Professor Dr. Ho Chin Kwan to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. Good morning, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, staff, colleagues, proud parents, guardians, relatives, friends, and most importantly, our remarkable graduates of class of 2025, all of you who are seated on the first half of the hall here. With us today also, it is an honor and a privilege for us to have Professor Katie Normington, the Vice Chancellor of De Montfort University, UK, our very good partner who works with us for the Dual Award. Welcome. It is indeed a very nice morning and a great day to celebrate the success of our graduates. Dear graduates, are you happy and excited today? Yes. Maybe you will be more excited after you receive your scroll. Yeah. But today is your day. So congratulations on behalf of the university. The journey that has brought you here has been extraordinary. Every time when I address new students during the orientation, I always tell new students that your first day in university, your life in university is actually an adventure. An adventure where you will have good times, you will have challenging times, but at the end of the day, you are here today you have overcome all the challenges, you have enjoyed your success. Your achievements, dear graduates, both individual and collective, have been nothing short of remarkable. And as a university community, we have much to celebrate alongside your personal accomplishments today. Just let me have 1 or 2 minutes to share with you some very good news of the achievements of APU. Year in, year out, we have achieved 100% employability, like yourselves. And this is not a number that we pluck out from the sky. This is not, the 100% is not a number that APU is telling you, but it is rather from Ministry of Higher Education. And our staff and students last year have won more than 140 awards, both national and international. So congratulations, well done. And we have also last year and this year as well, we will be receiving the Employers' Choice Awards by an organization called Talent Bank. They surveyed more than 1,000 companies, and APU has been given a rating of 6 stars across all disciplines, not only IT and computer science. But for computer science and IT, in Malaysia, we are the best of the best, according to employers. And you can be proud of that. Now, graduates, as you prepare to leave the university, some of you have started work, right? Okay, some of you are still relaxing. It's fine, but let me offer a few good advice, if you can use that word. First, embrace the unknown. Your education here at APU, both in the classroom and also outside the classroom, have equipped you with critical skills and the ability to adapt. The world is changing fast, right? 3 or 4 weeks back, there was an earthquake, and now the hot word is tariffs, So the world is changing at a fast pace, and you are equipped with that skill to adapt and to thrive, which you have picked up in APU. So embrace the unknown. Secondly, practice empathy and understanding. These are human skills which we very much need in our world today, right? Of course, we always speak about AI, but remember, don't lose that human touch, empathy and understanding. In a world that oftentimes seems divided, your willingness to listen and consider diverse perspectives is very invaluable, yeah? And thirdly, remain curious. Your education and your learning journey does not stop here, even though you're graduating with a scroll, but your learning journey is lifelong, right? Remember that success is not defined solely by your achievements, how much you have, how much you earn, but also by the positive impact that you bring to your family, to your society, to your community, and to your country. Graduates, today you have become alumni of APU and also DMU for those who are on our dual award schemes. I encourage you to stay connected to the university. Share with us your success, share with us your challenges. We would like to hear from you and celebrate with you. And also come back and interact with your juniors. Give them a word of motivation. I think that's useful. And our doors will always remain open to you. And we look forward to celebrating your future success. Class of 2025, remember that you carry with you not just a degree, but the collective wisdom, experiences, and your friends who are with you, your networks, right? So, go forth with hope and the utmost confidence in your ability to transform challenges into opportunities. Once again, congratulations. Today is your day. Don't do anything else. Don't work. Don't study. Just celebrate and have fun. Okay? Can you do that? Of course, with your parents and your families who are seated at the back. So thank you very much. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you, Prof. Ho. Next, we invite Professor Katie Normington to deliver her message to our graduates.
Thank you so much. I'm really delighted to be here and share your graduation with you. I've travelled from the historic and diverse city of Leicester in the UK, and as I say, delighted I can join you. So thank you for such a warm welcome. It's a very special moment to be here. So to all of you who are graduating today, my heartfelt congratulations. This moment is a result of your hard work, your determination, and your belief in what's possible. Whatever path brought you to this day, you've shown that you've got what it takes, and you should be very proud. Of course, none of us reach these moments entirely on our own. You've been supported by family, friends, lecturers, mentors, and countless others who've helped you along the way. Some of them are here in person, others probably watching you from afar. But let's take a moment to thank them all for the part they've played in your success. While you've studied here at Asia Pacific University, your degree, if you're on the joint dual degree award, has been awarded as well by De Montfort University in the UK. So today is a celebration of a distinctive and valued partnership, one that brings together APU's outstanding teaching, student experience and high rankings with De Montfort's academic framework and the international recognition of a UK higher education qualification. To study at APU is to be part of something exceptional. It was the first Malaysian institution to be awarded a 5 stars plus rating by QS, a recognition achieved by only a handful of universities worldwide. And that speaks volumes about the standard of education you've received and the calibre of this institution. And as you leave AP, you leave with more than just a degree. You take your knowledge, your confidence, and the skills to adapt and thrive in a rapidly changing world. And at DMU, we're really proud to have awarded you your qualification. It carries the values we both share of opportunity, innovation, diversity, and global citizenship. As I thought about what I wanted to share with you today, I was reminded of something Steve Jobs, the late co-founder and CEO of Apple, once said. You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. I think what he meant when he said this was you don't always know the moment where each choice, each challenge, or each unexpected turn will take you. But one day, perhaps years from now, you'll look back and see how it all came together. And I think your time here will be one of those very big dots to connect. So trust in your learning, your experiences and your instincts. Keep following your curiosity. Keep trying new things. And don't be afraid to take the path that feels uncertain, because it may lead you to somewhere extraordinary. As you take your next step, also know you're not alone. Every year, thousands of graduates graduate with a DMU degree and with an APU degree, and many go on to achieve remarkable things. Here in Malaysia, we're really proud to count amongst our DMU alumni Novita Jujin, who graduated with a BA in Accounting and Finance in 1994 and is now the Chief Executive of Education Malaysia Global Services. He's also served as CEO of the Malaysian Institute of Certified Public Accountants and was one of the first students to join DMU after it became a university in its own right. Jamie Zubari, a Malaysian actor, writer and artist, studied at the Art Foundation programme at DMU and has built a distinguished creative career across theatre, television and film. And Professor Mohd Sapuan Salit, a materials scientist and engineer who earned his PhD from DMU, now leads the Advanced Engineering Materials and Composites Research Centre at University Putra, Malaysia. They, like you, looked at what they'd learned and they made it their own. And today you can join that DMU global community just as much as you take forward the APU spirit in you as well. But the connection doesn't end here. Through our Global Alumni Community Hub, you've got access to careers support, events, networking opportunities with fellow graduates around the world. So wherever your journey takes us, we really look forward to hearing from you in the future, and I wish you all the best success. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Normington. Ladies and gentlemen, we now proudly invite on stage our valedictorian who is graduating today with first-class honours in Information Technology, Ms. Lim Jia Yong.
Good afternoon. Distinguished faculty members, respected guests, proud parents, and my fellow graduates. It is truly an honor to stand before you today as the valedictorian of the April 2025 graduating class. Looking back, our university journey was anything but ordinary. Many of us started our journey not in lecture halls, but rather in virtual classrooms with cameras off and mics muted. And I remembered how all our assignments were mainly handled through WhatsApp, and how some messages were never replied to. Yet, despite that unusual start, we adapted, we pushed through, and eventually we made it to campus, ready to experience university life in full. To be honest, during those lockdown days, I actually hoped that I wouldn't have to set foot on campus at all. I thought that I could just graduate from the comfort of my home. As an introvert, the idea of avoiding social interactions sounded fantastic. But when we finally got back to campus, things changed. I met people, I made new friends, and I found myself truly enjoyed being here, right at APU. It wasn't just about attending classes anymore. It was about the friendships, the moments, and the little experiences that we all share together that made university life so much more meaningful. And what an experience it has been. From dreading every presentation, every class test, to desperately begging for assignment deadline extensions, to trying to squeeze out those last-minute exam tips from our lecturers, we have built memories that will last with us forever. We joined clubs, competed in hackathons, and some of us even represented APU in external competitions. And also, let's not forget about the really crazy things that I believe many of us here did, such as spontaneously driving up to Genting Highland for no particular reason. Some of us even sacrificed sleep to catch the sunrise, only to realize, after all that effort, we couldn't catch the sunrise because it was way too cloudy. But beyond the memories, we also developed something far more valuable: resilience. If there is one thing that all of us here have mastered, it's the art of turning a 3-month assignment into a 24-hour challenge. And somehow, strangely enough, we pull it off time and time again. That is not just procrastination. That is pure talent. The path ahead us is very long, and challenges will come at us in the most unexpected ways. So when they do, accept them, take them head on, and trust in yourself. And whenever in doubt of your own abilities, remember that we have done the impossibles more time than we can count. So what else is there that is impossible? But as much as today is about celebrating our hard work, we didn't get here alone. So let's take a moment to appreciate those who supported us along the ways. To our lecturers, we thank you for your patience, your guidance, and for somehow not giving up on us, even after reading our test answers. To our parents, grandparents, and families, we thank you for your unwavering support. Your love and sacrifices are what made our journey possible today. So we really thank you for that. To our friends, thank you for making university life unforgettable, for having each other backs during our assignments, and for sharing the same panic session before every deadline. And of course, to our favorite AI tools, we thank you for your existence, if you know what I mean. Work smart, my friends. As we step into the next chapter of our lives, let's think big, challenge the norms, and push the boundaries. In the words of Steve Jobs, again, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who really do. And I believe that all of us here are way more than crazy. So therefore, we can and will achieve big things together. So, to the class of 2025, congratulations. Let's keep in touch, and best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lim Jae-yong. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduation ceremony will continue with the presentation of scrolls to students who will be receiving their undergraduate degrees. Graduates will receive their scrolls from Professor Katie Normington.
Presenting graduates who will be receiving the APU and the Montfort University undergraduate degrees. Alvin Pangkalok. Tan Ting Yao. Ang Ziyang. Angeline T. Zui Chi. Chu Jingxian. Evi Rinaldi Soli. Felicia Malini Arsanta Kumaran. Florence. Gamar Ali Abdallah. Ho Wan Ning. Imelda Chua Hui Ying. Lim Jia Swan. Lim Yao Jin. Maximilian Leonard. Melissa Hu Yin Yin. Nashad Abdul Wahid. Eng Mei Hua, Nicholas Charlie Tan, Ramsurya Suresh, Shanzai Hashmi, Tang Ka Lok, Tiu Zhehen, Avinash V. Chandrasekaran, Mahesh Tevar Dharmalingam, Sashwin Karthigeyan, Angelica Kaylee Wisi, Arik Shams, Aritra Chowdhury, Balraj Singh Talochan Singh, Bhavnit Kaur Chal, Asman Chen Hao Yuan, Jesslyn, Lim Kinwa, Lim Yi Chen, Muhammad Tahmid Hussain, Tan Chin Liang, Tavian Ravichandran, Vengat Naidu Ramesh, Wong Wei Zhang, Chong Jianjing, Neo Dixon, April Tan Ming Ryo, Badrul Haikal Iman Badrul Faisal, Cheng Chou Yi, Daniel Cristianto, Go Jun Ming, Go Vini, Hugh Liu Hao Yuan, Hong Yida, Kwa Guan Yi, Li Kai Shen, Li Likshan, Lim Jaek Jun, Lim Jia Yong, Lim Jin Wei, Ong Thong Shing, Sim Jong Yi, Said Nazrin Said Nur Shadir, Vikram Selian, Wong Kang Yi, Wong Si Chi, Yo Jia Heng, Yong Yi Cheng, Bu Cheng Yun, Chen Guan Long, Darren Liao Ken Lee, Jonathan Trabukan Lim Yu Han, Lam Wai Yan, Leslie Goh Jen Xuan, Tasbir Hussein Dipto, Tok Wei Chin, Casti Lau Zhiro, Griselda Patricia, Hanun Ibrahim, Jordan Christopher Purwadi, Katie Omura, Lam Jun Yuan, Liu Kai Shen, Niu Teng Shi, Wong Chi Rong, Nicholas Sun, Teo Chai Peng, Zhang Wan Feng, Aaron Tanja Kai, Denver Alfito Anggada, Go Min Xuan, Ken Naragaza, Gu Weijian, Nicholas Christopher, Stephen Quick, Tam Ying Hui, Chiu Chen Ming, Wong Hong Jun, and Yip Zishan. Presenting graduates will be receiving the APU undergraduate degrees, and the following graduates will receive the 2025 APU Outstanding Student Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the undergraduate degrees and outstanding student awards will now be presented. Graduates will receive their scrolls and awards from Professor Dr. Ho Chin Kwan.
Alice Tan Zhu Yue, Andy Wijaya, Antonius Bernard, Ariel Amerigo Jo Banwa, Braden Yi Kaiser, Chai Ching Fung, Chan Wing Kit Joshua, Chan Yek Sam, Cheong Jun Xian, Chin Guan Vic, Chong Jack Pang, Chu Yi Xiang, Chua Yuan Heng, Cindy Koh Zin Yi, Darshan Naidu Ravichandran, Dharini Saravanan, Diong Jin Bing, Yi Tung Yung, Eugene Yao Ping Yan, Gan Jun Xian, Gan Shirwin, Gary Fu Chi Yi, Go Shiro, Grace Abdullah Gomez, Ho Hui Yi, Ho Kah Kit, Ian Q Yi Eng, Jason Nirman Parthiban, Kang Jia Yong, Kavilan Magaderan, Kyong Yan Chi, Ku Susan, Ku Jiyan, Kwan Jun Wei, Lani Diana, Lashvin Manimaran, Lau Yong Zheng, Li Jiangjin, Li Kunfeng, Li Pingxian, Leong Kah Meng, Liao Yujie, Liu Chenjin, Lim Jiaxin, Linkes Kanapati, Lo Xin Yong, Lu Zhenyu, Lung Jiji, Lorikson Chia Kaisen, Marco Richard Paliswan, Mikhail Owen Kartika, Nathaniel Sudiono, Ji Yu, Ngan Cheng Lun, Ngan Jun Fai, Pyo Kao Yu Hang, Raymond G. Meng Chun, Saran Kumar Arunan, Shahvina Maran, Shahrukh Abdul Karim Shahul Hamid, Stanley Lice, Tan An Ning, Tan Yi Ju, Tan Jun Wen, Tan Lim Han, Tan Ray Han, Tasvidran Tamilmani, To Jan En, Ugendran M. Sanmugam, Vigneswaran Shankar, One Third Way, Wan Kamarif Mirza, Wan Ahmad Nizam, Wong Junji, Wong Kai Wei, Wong Kaiser, Wong Kiwi, Wong Wei Min, and Yonda Jun. Following graduates will be receiving awards for being outstanding student in their respective programs. Prizes for Best Student, Lim Kin Wah. Prizes for Best Student Projects, Ang Ziyang, Melissa Ku Yen Yin, Lam Wai Yan, and Ho Hui Yi.
Thank you, Prof. Ho. With great pleasure, we now invite Datuk Paramjit Singh, the Chief Executive Officer of APID Education Group, to deliver the congratulatory address to the graduating class of 2025.
A very good afternoon to all the graduates, families, parents, friends. This is the second session for the day, and we have yet one more to go later in the afternoon. And I would like to first acknowledge that we are honored to have with us Katie Normington, the Vice Chancellor of DMU, who has made this lightning trip and just staying for 2 nights to be with you guys. Yeah. We had a valedictorian this morning, and again during this session, Lim Jae Yong. It's amazing that after having self-declared as an introvert, you emerge standing on the stage representing all your friends. That's really amazing. She alluded to the fact that you guys started during COVID, and it was very trying to switch between different modes. And although she was dreading to come to campus, she eventually made it and enjoyed being here, making a lot more friends and enjoying the entire experience. But all of you guys have been through an experience that many other graduates during their lifetime will not go through. Just like our parents and grandparents sometimes talk about the Second World War and how it interrupted their education. Your education was also interrupted during COVID. And so you have a story to tell your children and your grandchildren one day as to how you made it despite all the difficulties and how lucky they are that they don't have to go through it. But yet we do not know, what's going to happen next with people crazy enough as leaders of some countries. Lim spoke about resilience and trying to accomplish what might take 3 months compressed into 34 minutes. This is a characteristic that relates very closely to APU because we are guilty of giving you more work that you can handle comfortably, giving you deadlines that you can hardly manage. Because it's designed that way because you have to be prepared for the real professional world of work. Those who already started work, you will realize that it is not like when you were in school. Yeah, it is tough. Yeah, and as part of the whole process, because she used the word called resilience, she said we also built resilience in every one of you, and this is all part of the overall design. And I'd like to tell you that there is proof in the pudding. The ultimate outcome is what matters. Just like Katie has said, when you leave APU, you are carrying with you the confidence, the skills, and the competence. And the element of competence also includes how you carry yourself and how you accomplish your work. I'd like to relate the results of a survey that we've just been told about. For the last 3 years, MDEC, which is the Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation, which is a government body responsible for digitization of Malaysia, they've been doing salary surveys. That means doing survey among employers, asking employers to state the starting salaries of graduates they will pay from different universities. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it is the starting salaries. And for the last 3 years, you'll be pleased to note that they have published that graduates from APU are starting at the highest national average in the country. Yeah. These are not my statistics or data. These are not my results. We have not done it ourselves. These are by MDAC, and they have stated again and again. I also like to tell you that I also was told that the next university behind us, after being the top graduate salaries, is about 30% behind us. All right, so you are way ahead. And that's because you did not simply just excel in doing your assignments, examinations, and attending lectures, but you excelled in developing yourself, the professional development element. And that's what employers value most. Your ultimate abilities on how you perform, your competencies, your skills, the way you carry yourself, and most of all, confidence. They want confident people. They want productive people. They want professionals who can work with one another. And you've had the benefit of all this. There are 130 nationalities, just like your Vice Chancellor said earlier. And you've learned to work with a wide spectrum of people with different cultures, yeah, who grew up differently, came from different backgrounds. The versatility that you have developed by being able to work with people from across the world is extremely valuable for you. Okay? So you've had the benefit that many students in many other universities may not have the benefit of. Okay? And so be very proud of your qualifications, the awards that you're carrying with you today, because they do not only signify that you have got the knowledge of what you studied, but also the ability to perform. Yeah? So hold yourself up with full confidence. And the proof is in the pudding. Every employer wants APU graduates. They're never enough. And you know that we hold the job fairs every year. And every time we are holding a job fair, we're asking the employers, please state the type of vacancies you're trying to fill up relevant to APU graduates and the numbers. Yeah? And the last time we held this job fair, there were a few thousand vacancies, reaching up to almost 4,000, but they only managed to get about 500. So that's what it is. Okay? So you are in demand. Yeah, hold your head high up and work hard, and you'll come up very well in life. We've got alumni from past years, over the last 20 years, 30 years, whose children are with us. We've got alumni who've graduated a few years ago. Their siblings are with us. So this is all testimony that those who have been through the experience would also like to share it and also ensure that the rest in their family also goes through the same experience. So we're very proud of you, and thank you very much for all your achievements and your resilience in going through what you've been through. It's not been easy because COVID came in between too. But we must not forget, behind your success is the support and sacrifices made by your parents, by your siblings, and your guardians. And otherwise, it would have been very tough getting here. Yeah? A lot of students who go overseas from Malaysia often face their own challenges when the families are unable to support them during times when exchange rates go against them, or things do happen like COVID, where businesses failed, incomes were lost, and these students have to work very hard to sustain themselves. But in Malaysia, you are lucky that you had the backing of your families, and for their sacrifices, let's acknowledge the sacrifices they've been through and also the support they gave you. So can I ask you graduates to rise, please? Turn around, face your families, and give them a hearty applause. Thank you. Once again, our heartfelt congratulations to all of you. Please keep in touch, and we'd like to see how you're doing in years to come. And I very often meet graduates, even from 40 years ago. I have Anis sitting here. We were in a function when a graduate walked up to me and said, "Do you remember me?" She said, "You were teaching me COBOL in 1983. And she is the Jimmy Choo of Malaysia. She designs ladies' shoes and a very successful lady. So occasions like that are what keeps us going and motivates us to do even better. So once again, congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you, Datuk Paramjit. Ladies and gentlemen, this now concludes the 2025 graduation ceremony. Graduates, you have officially graduated. The academic procession will now make its way out of the hall, followed by the graduates. Will the audience kindly rise? Thank you. Parents and guests are kindly requested to remain in the hall until all graduates have exited the hall. Thank you so much. Parents and guests, a gentle note to keep your wristband on as you will need it to access the buffet. We now invite you to help yourselves to some refreshments which will be served at the center point on level 3. Thank you once again for joining us today to celebrate this joyous occasion. Have a wonderful day and a safe journey home.